Hey guys, I hope you have had a great start to your school year. I am really excited about all the things to come in the upcoming school year and even into next summer. Everything as far as our big trips are completely planned. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of explain some of the things that we do as a youth group and highlight some of these trips and weekly events so that you have a better idea of things that we do so that you can be involved and you don't miss out on any of these special, exciting experiences. So let's go through one by one, and we'll start with the things that happen from week to week and month to month. The first thing I want to talk to you about is TAG. TAG stands for Talk and Games. I'm not super creative. Allie Booth came up with that name, and I appreciate her for doing that. Talk and Games, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It is from Mondays from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at mine and Emily's house, Andy's house, where we take just the high schoolers and we talk about things that you don't really talk about at church. Some of these things include things like we've discussed the Roe v. Wade overturned ruling from a few months ago. We've also talked about drugs and alcohol and vaping. We've talked about our relationships and how we should approach those with our boyfriends and our girlfriends in a Christian manner and exactly knowing where the line is from right and wrong. And some of these things are not what you talk about on a Wednesday night or a Sunday morning setting. And so that's why it's high school only. It's a little bit of a more mature audience discussion. And we dive deep and we dive into the Word and we talk openly about some of these current events and things going on in our lives. Also, from time to time on Sunday nights, we have what I like to call Teen Church. Teen Church is exactly just that, church for teens. It started when our church was doing our Sunday night devotionals here at the building, and the attendance for our youth group was pretty low when they came to the auditorium for Sunday night worship. And so for Teen Church, we go into the homes of the youth group, and their families will prepare a meal for us and we eat together, and then we do another devotional. Sometimes that devotional is a follow-up from what we did on Sunday morning. Sometimes that devotional is led by some of the guys in our youth group, and we're going to get back to that. And so I expect Hayden, I expect John and Zach and some of our younger guys in middle school to really step up and help us as they lead these devotionals for our youth group. It could be anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour, however much they want to prepare and talk about. It's totally up to them, but it's a great way for them to start learning how to teach and be a part of our church. The first annual event is coming up in just about a month, and that is our fall retreat. We go just down the road, down I-20 East toward Ruston. We exit at Dubach, where we go to the OWL Center. OWL stands for Outdoor Wilderness Learning. And it's a great campsite. It's just our youth group. We have 4 incredible cooks. We have JW and Nancy Youngblood and Wendell and Rhonda Glass, and they cook for us. And we do all sorts of devotionals and activities all outdoors. And it's a great time for our group to bond and to learn together and to grow together. I love this event because it really solidifies our group. We really come together. There's a lot of camaraderie there, and we come back and recharged and encouraged and ready to go about our school year. So the dates for the fall retreat are October 21st through the 23rd. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for all grades, 6 through 12. And right after the fall retreat is Winterfest, and that is another one of my favorite weekends of the year. That is also for grades 6 through 12. The entire youth group is welcome to come to Winterfest. At Winterfest, we have the best worship and the best preaching in the Churches of Christ. And when I say the Churches of Christ, you have almost 10,000 people that attend Winterfest every single year. And it is the best singing that you will ever experience. It's the best speakers that you will ever hear. And it is amazing. It's a wonderful weekend. And the dates for that are January 13th through the 15th. And I'll get you pricing on that soon. Now, with the fall retreat and with Winterfest, I want you to know that the teenagers' friends are free. That's right, the fall retreat and Winterfest, if your teenager wants to bring a friend, they are free. The reason for that is because this may be their first and only experience or encounter with Jesus Christ. And so you can't put a price tag on that. Now, there's one thing I want to ask. There's nothing in this world that is free. So don't abuse it. Don't ask the entire baseball team if they want to go. Now, if you do, I'm not going to say no, but we may have to say, okay, every other kid or every other friend is free. So don't abuse the free friend privilege. But if you got a couple of people that you want to bring to the fall retreat or bring to Winterfest, that's incredible, because they will not experience a better weekend for an encounter with Jesus Christ. Then in March has now become an annual trip. We're going to go to Colorado and ski again. Now this one is just for the high schoolers because this is a pricey trip. The trip overall, the cost is $600 and it'll be paid in installments. And you've already given your deposit. So if you're going on that, you already know. But if you're new to the youth group, I still want to let you know the reason for this. In 2020, we all know COVID hit us hard, just like it did around the world. And so for everything that we do as a youth group for over a year, almost 14 months, we had no planned trips or nothing on the calendar for us to do. And so Emily and I got together and we tried to think outside of the box for something incredible for us to do as a youth group. And we came up with skiing. And yeah, it sounds like a fun trip, and boy, it is. But it's also a very spiritual trip. We have incredible devotionals and discussions every single night while we're there. And it is a great trip that all the high schoolers look forward to and are excited about because it is a lot of bonding, it's a lot of fun, it's good discussions and devotionals, and it's just an incredible week. And then the last thing on the schedule, everybody's favorite trip, Casa De La Esperanza. The dates for Casa are already booked as well. We're gonna be there from July 7th through July 14th. So go ahead and put that on your calendar. There'll be new pricing this year, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm excited for our return to Casa De La Esperanza. Now with all of these trips, I want to remind you that we have all sorts of things for your teenager to be a part of. And so I want you to make sure and know that there's always something to plan for and there's always something coming up. With that, I need parent volunteers. Without parents, none of these trips and none of these events like TAG and Fall Retreat and Teen Church and Winterfest and Casa, these things can't happen. So I need parents to help me sign up and be a part of these. Now I don't charge parents if they go on the Fall Retreat or Winterfest. If you're a chaperone on one of those two trips, you're free. Just like your teenagers, if they bring a friend on the Fall Retreat or Winterfest, they are free. Now the more expensive trips, like the Colorado ski trip and Casa De La Esperanza, those are expensive. And so if I start making those free to people, well then that's gonna make everybody else's payment go up because we're gonna have to offset that cost somehow. So go ahead, mark your calendars, get involved. There's no better time than being around these teenagers. And if you have not been around our youth group and we're singing some of our favorite songs like Magnificat or Light the Fire or Awesome God or New Sanctuary, you're missing out because these teens can sing. So go ahead, get involved, be excited about all the things going on in the UCOCS Youth Ministry. And if you have any other questions, give me a call, shoot me a text. I love communication. I love parents who are involved and excited about what's going on in this youth group because I am too. I hope you have a great school year and I hope you're involved.